With Ireland set to clash with Italy this Sunday in the Aviva, we thought we would get in the mood with a crash course in pizza making, and who better than a real Italian chef and the director of Pinocchio Cookery School, Giuseppe Crupi. You're welcome to the programme, Giuseppe.
Ciao, Pachula, how are you?
Oh, that's lovely. Ciao, Pachula. I love that. Fantastic. What do you think in terms of the Italian rugby team when they're coming over at this weekend and facing the Irish rugby team? The Irish rugby team probably will be eating potatoes. What will the Italian rugby team be eating ahead of the big game?
I like to think that they're going to eat pasta and pizza and carbs because they bring joy. Actually, funny enough, Pachula, we had James Lowe coming a few times to the restaurant eating carbs before the match. He actually came to a cookery class with me once.
Really?
Yeah, and tomorrow he's going to play against us, I feel betrayed. But yes, I think they will probably eat something light, but we like the idea of eating pasta just to cheer them up.
But pasta the day before a match or a run is a good idea, isn't it?
I think it's always a good idea, pasta. I think we'll sort loads of problems in the world if you eat pasta the day before anything. Yeah. I agree.
I agree with you too. I love all pizza, pasta, all Italian food. Where are you from in Italy?
Calabria. If you think about Italy as a boot, my region is the foot of the boot.
I was in Rome in September, the beautiful Roma, and I got to eat margherita pizza in the most beautiful pizzeria, which was about a block away from the Trevi Fountain.
Wow.
It was very, very special. Pizza is different, though, in different parts of Italy.
Yeah. In fact, you see, it's almost, we can say it doesn't exist. It's one of those things like brown bread. You can't have the recipe of brown bread because every family makes it in a different way. And the one I'm teaching in the school is the one that my granny gave to me.
Right.
So, it's an empowering experience because once you share a family secret, people come like normal people and they will live as a pizza maker or pizzaioli, as we say. So, it's a defining moment of their life, I think, after they leave the class. In Rome, for instance, it will be quite slim and crunchy, while when you go to Naples, it's more kind of taller and softer. For instance, today we have one with potatoes.
Lovely. You brought a slice here for me and a full pizza for the rest of the team. Delighted. Thank you very much.
Very good, because we have to feed. We are Italian, and you see, fish and potatoes is something that we do during the classes, but it's a classic in Italy. And it's not in Ireland, which is quite disappointing considering your love for potatoes. Yes.
How do you make a base for a pizza?
Well, as I said, there are loads of different recipes. To be honest with you, I think that some key points will be using fresh yeast if you can. And in fact, one thing, I don't know if you have time, is always better if you work the dough better, like more, and if you wait longer, because that means that you can actually use less yeast. And every time you use less yeast, the pizza is lighter to digest, So if you talk to an expert, they will say, for this competition, I let it rest for a week. Obviously, being Italian, they might say 1 year since I started. But yeah, and then there is water, olive oil, sugar, salt, and 0 flour.
And do you throw the base in the air like you see in the movies?
No. Well, okay, let's say I could do that, and I don't because I don't want to intimidate the students. But the truth is, it doesn't really matter. It's a nice way. It's not just scenographic. It's also because this way you can actually use the weight itself of the pizza to stretch it, but you can do it in many different ways. So
we're going to skip the sauce because most people like the tomato-based sauce. Talk to me about toppings. What's the best topping for a pizza?
Basically, it's limitless. You can put anything you want on top of your pizza because if there is something that goes with bread, you can make a pizza out of it. So you can have your signature pizza, and everything goes well with bread. Not pineapples.
I knew that was my next question. What do you think about pineapple?
Well, if somebody says to me, I like pizza with pineapple, the first thought that comes to mind is, he's a bad person.
Why? That's harsh. Just because somebody likes pineapple.
It's also dangerous if he's telling me and he's not afraid that I know that he's bad. No, the truth is, if you enjoy it, just go for it. Maybe don't call it pizza, call it pineapple pie or something. No. In general, the combination, I think, is pineapple and pork, which is something that you can see in cooking sometimes. And as I said, it is joy. pizza as a concept. So if you enjoy it, go for it, you know?
Because it's sharing as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
You run classes. Where do you run your classes?
Well, we have different venues. So two restaurants, one in Ranelagh and one in Temple Bar called Pinocchio, and then the cookery school in Bluebell. Most of our events will be in Temple Bar, and generally the concept is, let's say, team building event or parties, because I like the idea of people coming, not having a clue maybe sometimes about cooking. So it's kind of a sharing moment. You do things together, you bond around the table. So by the time you eat, you enjoy it a lot because you cook the food together, you know?
Well, we've a text coming in, somebody who has attended your classes. Giuseppe is a legend. I take my transition year classes into him every year. He's brilliant with teenagers. Looking forward to next month's pizza classes with him. And that comes in from Philip. A joy to hear your voice, actually, and your beautiful Italian accent, and hear you say ciao, Petula. That was absolutely fantastic. Thank you for coming in.